Okay, let's talk about generational coach. Who is a generational coach? So, a generational coach is a coach that should be able to build a system, not just a team, not just asking for transfers. A generational coach should be able to build a system. Secondly, a generational coach should be able to manage the players, man managing. We are talking about being it physiologically, being there for them, knowing how to psych them when there is a need to, knowing how to be strict when there is a need to be, always making sure that the dressing room is well managed. That is one of the qualities of a generational coach. Another quality is a generational coach should be able to adapt and change their system. Unlike coaches like Amorim that we know, that are able to adapt, maintaining their three at the back, even though it is not working. Maybe it might work in one league, but will not work. So a generational coach should be able to adapt to changes per the league or per the players they have. They should be able to adapt to suit the team. So these are some of the qualities we should be looking when we are talking about a generational coach. And I'm here to say that Pep Guardiola is a generational coach. Pep Guardiola is a coach that is able to build a system. So let's look at some of the things Pep Guardiola was able to do, even back then before coming to Manchester City. Pep Guardiola learned the tiki-taka from Johan Cruyff. So Johan Cruyff, that's where Pep Guardiola learned the tiki-taka. He now changed the tiki-taka from just short passes, creating a position called the false nine position. Messi was a right winger. Messi was effective but was not that potent when it comes to scoring goals that much. So Pep Guardiola saw something, decided that I'm going to shift Messi more to a free role where he would be at a position, occupy the position of a striker, be able to dribble, control the tempo of the game, and score the goals needed for the team to be able to win titles. So Pep Guardiola was able to create a new position which we now call the false nine position. He also went to Bayern Munich. Pep Guardiola is a coach that do not like buying back players that he has used before, unlike some coaches. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but that is the style of Pep Guardiola. He went to Bayern Munich, converted Philipp Lahm as a right back into a central midfielder. What it does is, Philipp Lahm on the paper will be like a player playing as a right back. But on the field, you see that the midfield will now be booked with players. So instead of seeing maybe 3 midfielders, you'll be seeing 4 midfielders instead of 3. Then David Alaba, who was a centre back, was made to be a left wing back. So David Alaba will be occupying the left back position, even though on the paper you'll be seeing David Alaba as a right back. So Pep Guardiola built a system like that and changed the style of play, not just by tiki-taka. When Pep Guardiola came to Manchester City, the road wasn't always smooth. He came, people started doubting him. He didn't win the league. People said, would he be able to adapt to the Premier League? No, the Premier League was not meant for him. It wasn't his type of league that he usually dominates. It's not the La Liga. The Premier League is the toughest league. But he listened, he worked, and he proved his doubters all wrong. He did something that no one was able to do, winning the Premier League title 4 times in a row. And within the period of 10 years, he won 6 Premier League titles. That is incredible. Nobody has been able to achieve that feat within that number of years. When Pep Guardiola came to the Premier League, he saw that it was more built on physicality, speed, so he needed to adjust to it. And looking way back before Pep Guardiola came to the Premier League, we saw that when keepers get the ball, they just kick it to their striker to hold up play so that the wingers can be able to run, and they will do 1 or 2 link-ups, then they will give the pass to the winger, then the striker will go back and get the ball and score the goal. But Pep Guardiola saw that he needed a goalkeeper who would be able to participate in the ball possession, which we now call the goal-playing goalkeeper. So at first, if you are a shot stopper, that is all we need from a goalkeeper. But now we need more than just a shot stopper. A goalkeeper who will be able to distribute. Players like goalkeepers like Raya. Goalkeepers, even Courtois learned how to start to distribute, because Courtois was known as a shot stopper. But now Courtois is not that good, but should be able. But now Courtois is manageable, can be able to distribute one or two. A goalkeeper like Ederson, whom Pep Guardiola decided to sign. Ederson is very good at playing with the ball. So Pep Guardiola now changed the system to build around ball possession, and the goalkeeper should be part. He created a goalkeeping position called the sweeper goalkeeper. So he made sure that even though you are the goalkeeper, you should also be ready to come out, because he pushed the defenders up the field so that they will be able to take the ball as soon as they lose it. Less than 10 seconds, they should be able to get the ball and attack again. So it means that the back line will now be vulnerable. So you, the goalkeeper, you have to be aware of that. And you coming out, you have to be able to control the ball in case the ball happens to be on your feet. So that is why Pep Guardiola needed a goalkeeper that will be able to play from the back. What Pep Guardiola also did was to get a defensive pivot, which he used in case of when he was at Barcelona. He used it for Sergio Busquets. He did the same thing for Rodri. So Rodri was playing as a defensive midfielder. Are you getting it? So that is what Pep Guardiola did when he was at Man City. So Pep Guardiola is a coach that is able to build a system. Are you getting it? So he built such a system from these three clubs that he managed. Also, what Pep Guardiola is able to do is, when you look at Pep Guardiola in the dressing room, he knows when to be high, when to be low, when to be on a normal. He is not always high, he's not always low, and he's not always in the middle. He does what is necessary. He knows how to manage players. You can hear some of the players saying that sometimes around 12, he calls them for tactics. That is a coach. He calls them, what are they doing? Are they okay when they are passing through maybe when they are passing through their personal life and stuff? He's able to talk to them and stuff. So that is Pep Guardiola. He's able to manage coach. He's able to psych his players even when you feel like they don't deserve to win the titles. He's able to psych them. Before Pep Guardiola coming to the Premier League, Pep Guardiola, no one in the Premier League has won the Premier League title 4 in a row, never before. But Pep Guardiola was able to do this. This is a coach whom we can testify and say that he is a generational coach. With every league and every place he goes, he's able to win their league title. He has 2 Champions League at Barcelona, a Champions League at Man City.
This tells you that wherever Pep Guardiola goes, he's a winner. So this is why Pep Guardiola is considered as the greatest manager of all time.